Like, I like coming out here in the forest just because how peaceful it is and how quiet everything is. You can, like, sit back and you can observe, like, nature. And it sounds like some stoner shit, but, like, really, it's, like, really peaceful. See the butterflies. I got a lake behind me. Can I switch cameras? I can't. I was gonna switch it to my rear so I can show you, but I can't. But trust me, there's a lake behind me. Well, in front of me. Behind you. Wait. Behind this camera. You get what I'm saying. But, like, like, it's just peaceful, you know? I don't have data on my phone, so no one's texting me. I don't got notifications distracting me. I got no TV. None out here. It's peaceful. Like, it really is peaceful. And I think a lot of people don't understand how meditating and relaxing this can be. I know that was a weird phrase, meditating, but, like, people just don't really understand how relaxing this can be. Because everything's like a stimulant nowadays. Notifications, shorts, they're like stimulants, just to get that quick fire of dopamine in your brain. They're just stimulants that keep hitting your brain and releasing that dopamine over and over again. And you get overstimulated. And that's what causes a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental disorders. Well, borderline mental disorders. It doesn't help, but I know some people can't help mental disorders. But environment and what you surround yourself in plays a huge role. It really does. Like, how can I explain it? I know you probably already get what I mean, but, like, the better way to explain it in my words is, like, if you're gonna, like, surround yourself with all these distractions, you can't really focus, and you take all your problems and you push them aside. But if you give yourself time to think about those problems and meditate about it, you can start getting to the root of the problems instead of, like, shoving it away until it turns to something bigger. And that's probably why I like coming out here, No one's bothering me out here. No one's talking to me. No one's sending me annoying messages. I'm not worrying about anything. I'm just taking deep breaths and taking everything in. Like, I'm taking, like, a step back and I'm looking at everything from, like, a different perspective. It sounds like some stoner shit. It might be, but I just really appreciate nature. It's something about it. It's beautiful. I know that sounds corny, but it's just something about it. You see the birds, they're flying around. They're doing their thing. They're hunting. They're getting food. You see the wasps, even though I hate them. You see them, like, getting honey. I don't know if wasps get honey, but I see them, like, on the flowers, and you see, like, the circle of life and how it's all, like, coming together. And, like, I feel like a lot of people, they miss these things and they don't appreciate these things when you should appreciate these things. Like, it may seem very small, but, like, as a human being, I have this gift of self-awareness and comprehension, and I can perceive what's going on around me. I can see what's going on around me. I can see the fish hopping in the water, trying to get bugs. I can see the birds, like I said before, they're flying around, they're doing their thing. Butterflies landing everywhere. You see the wind, you see the trees, the leaves blowing. Everything's just coming together. And it's really crazy because we are floating on a rock in space. And somehow all this formed together so perfectly where this can exist. This may not seem like a big deal, but this might be the most the most amazing, one-in-a-lifetime miracle that will ever happen. Because life is so rare. Like, life could just be like a random fluke. Humans could be just a random fluke. Like, there's probably not really a God. Let's be real here. But I'm not sure. I'm not really trying to get into some like religion type shit, but like, what if there's no God? What if he didn't even make all this? What if we just, by coincidence, formed together by natural occurrences? You know, I'm not saying God's real, but I'm not saying I believe in him. It's too tricky of a topic to talk about. It's too many questions to have a definitive answer about it. But like, you look around and you see all this stuff going on, all the wildlife, the squirrels and stuff, and you start to appreciate life a little more. It's, you know, life gets really complicated and stressful when you just think of it as wake up, work, text my friends, play games, repeat. But if you take a step back and start appreciating what's actually is this life we are living in, you will see that it's beautiful. And that's corny to some people, but it's really, like, it's beautiful to me. Like, it's just magnificent how everything comes together. The trees, they give us oxygen. It's just fascinating. And like, little things like this, they like really fascinate me. Because the fact that this is even possible, or the fact that this even has happened, like, I am living in a lifetime where I can record myself off a device and share it to everyone across the world. That's crazy. I know, like, internet, big deal. I mean, but seriously, I appreciate that shit. And I don't just look at that like, oh, well, I always had it, so what? No, that's crazy to think about. And you know, it's even more crazy because one day all this is not even gonna matter. One day, every star is gonna die. Everything in this life has an expiration date. Everything comes to an end. Everything in this world is gonna end. Everything in existence will come to an end eventually. Every star has an expiration date. Like, humans might not even escape Earth. How are we gonna escape Earth when we're too busy creating all these problems? Racism, transgender shit. The list goes on. School shootings. Like, how are we gonna fucking escape Earth? How? We can't focus. The only way we can escape Earth, it is if we all work together. That's the only way. Because if we don't work together, nothing is gonna come of anything. And you know, some people might think, why are you the one to judge that all this is gonna happen and what's gonna happen if this happens? But look, like, once you sit back and you start analyzing stuff and you stop playing the freaking first person, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a video game terminology, but like, stop playing first person all the time. Okay? It's good to stay focused and see what's in front of you, but sometimes you need to play an outer person. Like, sometimes you need to sit back and question if you're right or wrong. Question if you're doing the right thing. Question if what you're doing is really what you believe in.